So I want to talk about another dream. This one is, for me, it's a bit, quite disturbing. Um, it's a, I actually used to have a lot of dreams, and at the time I never thought to come forward with them. A lot of them were prophetic. I remember so much message and detail in them, but unfortunately I can't remember them anymore. But just 2 nights ago, I dreamt um, quite a long dream, going through different circumstances of trying to reach this apartment building, and not knowing why. Yeah, it kind of just felt like I lived there. I needed to get there. Um, but every time I have this dream, the circumstances are a bit different, and I get to the apartment building, um, and I ride up in the elevator or I take the stairs. There's different things that happen. But every time the apartment building is a little more built and complete on the inside, it's not finished. It's weird. This time I remember taking the elevator, and the back of the elevator was almost finished, but it was so weird. I mean, it wasn't a normal elevator. It was all cement and stone. It's like you could walk back behind the elevator, and there was a whole other room. But now the walls were finished nicely, and the partition was almost finished, so you almost couldn't walk behind the elevator anymore. When I finally, throughout the dream, got into the apartment, or on the floor of the apartment, what felt like finally getting there, I ended up walking and just walking, trying to find the apartment, and ended up walking, and it was all cement. Everything was gray and cement, but walking back into what was a very unfinished and very open area. And literally, if you can imagine, just almost like a parking garage, just cement walls and floors. But even to the point where the floors had holes in them, the cement was crushed and broken. And as you looked out, there were vast areas that had not been finished to reach the other side. Um, what was shocking was, as I literally come out of like the tunnels I've been walking through into this open area, I hear the gnarling of what sounds like demonic dogs. The snarling and growling, and I can still hear it as clear as day. And the growling, and it was so awful. You could tell that these creatures, these dogs, they sounded like these beasts, were large. And it was interesting because as I came out, I felt very uncomfortable, but I wasn't afraid. But as I'm listening, I walk up to the edge of the level I'm on, and I'm trying to peer over to see what I'm hearing. And it's very loud. It sounds very close. It sounds like it's just below me, maybe a couple floors. And I can't see. When I look down, I see the next level, and it's also broken around the edges and has maybe a hole in the floor, but I can't see, and I don't want to fall off the edge. It sounds just terrible down there. And as I come back, there's someone standing next to me, and he's looking at me, and I don't know what to make of where I am. I glance at him, I look back, and suddenly I start to notice there are lots of people around me, and they are walking, and they seem to be quite oblivious to what is going on entirely. You know, there seems to be, well, there was a chain link fence on both sides in front of me that prevented me from walking to pretty much anywhere. Only on the right side could I come close to the edge to peer over. And I thought it was very odd that there's this chain link fence and there's people walking all the other side. Some of them are right on the edge. And they didn't even realize, I don't even think they realized they were about to fall in. They were about to fall off. It seemed like they were clutching onto the fence, and they're just walking, huddling close to each other along the fence. But right on the other side of that fence, it just drops off. The floor finishes, and it just drops off down below. And what was incredible was standing there and just the same as hearing it, like it was real in standing on this earth in reality. There I'm listening to the growls of these creatures, and then I start to hear them attacking people. And I'm hearing people screaming, "No!" You know, "Oh my God!" And they're screaming to death like they're being eaten alive. And they're screaming and they're screaming. And you can still hear these creatures growling and basically attacking them. And it was very, very intense. And I'm just standing there listening to all this, watching all these people walking around like they don't even see it. They don't even hear it. And yet they seem a little lost, a little out of the ordinary. And like the guy standing next to me, he's just standing there. Like he doesn't know what to do either. Maybe he's having the same dream. And I just can't forget it. It's been days. I can still hear that growling, the screaming of those people as they were getting attacked. And knowing that these creatures were just below me. And there was no way I was walking up to that edge again. There was no way. Feeling very uncomfortable after this long journey of this dream to finally get to this apartment. And then suddenly realizing in the dream that I'd had this dream before. And the last time I was here in this apartment, there was an announcement that beware of these dogs because people had been killed by them. And it all came flashing back to me that these were the dogs that had killed people the last time. But the last time I didn't hear them. I wasn't near them like this. So this was all very, I don't know what to make of this dream. I don't know what to think of this dream. I've prayed on this dream. I don't seem to have any discernment any further about this dream. I just don't want to be anywhere near these creatures. They're absolutely devastating. They sound massive and they sound horrifying. So I just want to share this. Hopefully somebody out there can make some sense of it.